Welcome back. Let's get you the latest, and this is in regard to, in fact, the tsunami that hit and struck Russia early this morning. That has, in fact, this was an earthquake which was to the magnitude of 8.8 on the Richter scale, one of the world's strongest that struck Russia's far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula early this morning, generating a tsunami of up to 4 meters, damaging buildings and promoting evacuation warnings in the area. In several surrounding areas, whether it was Japan, Russia and the United States. People in Hawaii, some parts of the US West Coast and Japan have been told to evacuate after one of the strongest earthquakes that we've seen since 2011 in the last 14 years. 1.9 people in Japan have been told to evacuate, and a tsunami wave of 4.3 feet has reached the northern water. This is according to the country's weather agency. Tsunami alerts of varying levels have also been issued in the Philippines, Indonesia, Guam, Peru and other areas as well. Today's earthquake was serious and the strongest in decades of tremors. Well, that is what the governor of Kamchatka had to say, and also there was a kindergarten building that was damaged due to those strong tremors. The first tsunami wave hit the coastal area. This is the main settlement of Russia's Kuril Islands in the Pacific, according to the local governor. A tsunami with a height of 3 to 4 meters was also recorded in parts of Kamchatka in Russia. A tsunami wave of about 30 centimeters also reached Hokkaido in Japan. That was being reported, and this has it had triggered tsunami warnings for multiple countries, including parts of Honolulu, Hawaii and other parts of the west coast of the United States as well. Let's get you some of the reactions coming in at the moment.
This would be 3-foot wave riding across the top of the surf. I wanted to remind people, this is not just like a wave comes off the shore, 3-foot wave smacks down on the beach. This is a longitudinal wave with great force driving through the shoreline and into land. That's why we ask people to evacuate very far back.
Strong earthquake with a magnitude of 8.7 was recorded off of the coast of Kamchatka in eastern Russia, and it's now included in one of the most powerful earthquakes in the world and the region's most destructive one since 1952. The epicenter of the shock was around 100 kilometers offshore at a depth of 17 kilometers. No casualties have been recorded, but seismologists also warn of possible aftershock with magnitudes of 7.5 in the coming weeks. All morning, between 5 and 6 point earthquakes have been recorded. And once the earthquake struck, tsunami waves have been traveling away from the epicenter with 800 kilometers an hour. In Kamchatka, we've also seen footage of doctors continuing a surgery amid the earthquake. According to the region's governor, they would be given a state award. Some of the biggest damages that were done were on the regional fisheries on the coast that got swamped with water, as well as some residential buildings, and one kindergarten was partially collapsed. Again, no casualties have been recorded. Now, in Japan, it's also been reported that over 900,000 people were told to evacuate, where waves up to 40 centimeters were recorded. To the United States in the islands of Hawaii. Tsunami warnings were also heard, and the first waves triggered by the earthquake reached the island chain, measuring about 1.5 meters in some of the islands. We are looking towards the west coast of the United States as well, where the effects are expected to be smaller, with waves measuring less than 1 meter. But this is what we have on the situation as of now.
Right, the most powerful earthquake that has been reported in the last 14 years since 2011, and visuals on your screen from inside a cancer hospital in Kamchatka. This is in Russia. While you can see the medical staff there, including the doctors and the nurses, they're continuing to operate on a patient until the end. That is the dedication of the staff of the medical fraternity there. The footage appears from that operation theatre, showing the doctors performing that surgery, even though the building was shaking during that earthquake, the 8.8 magnitude earthquake that